Hey, addict named Kent. Family, I'm here to tell you that there is freedom from addiction. Freedom from the cravings, the agony, the pain, the suffering, that ache. There is freedom. Daily meditation is how we start. Feet on clay. One of the biggest stumbling blocks in our recovery seems to be placing unrealistic expectations on others. Well, many of us come into Narcotics Anonymous feeling pretty poor about ourselves. But compassion by recovering addicts we meet at meetings may seem almost supernatural sense. These wise, loving people have many months, years of living clean, decades, and I may add, making everything alright again. Sorry. Others without expecting anything back. We trust them, allowing them to love us until we can love ourselves. We accept them to make everything alright again. We expect them to make everything alright again. Then the glow of early recovery begins to fade, and we start to see the human side of Narcotics Anonymous friends and sponsors. Perhaps a fellow member of our home group stands us up for a coffee date, or we see two old-timers bricking at a community meeting, or we recognize our sponsor has a defective character or two. We are crushed, disillusioned. Those recovering addicts aren't perfect after all. How can we possibly trust them anymore? Somewhere between the heroes of recovery and the lousy N.A. Burns lies truth. Our fellow addicts are neither completely bad nor completely good. After all, they were perfect. They wouldn't need this program. Our friends and sponsor are ordinarily recovering addicts, just like we are. We can relate to their ordinary recovery experiences and use it to our program. Just for today, my friends and my sponsor are human, just like me, and I trust their experiences, and all the more for that. We need to remember in the rooms, we all have issues and problems, and we're all individuals, okay? We're all working at different levels in our recovery. It's said in a program, it doesn't matter what you use, is a God of your understanding. And I beg to differ with that on the huge platform. When you're suffering, or I should say, when I'm suffering, no, when I was suffering, I'll say, and striving for something greater than myself, I called out. I was standing on top of a mountaintop and I was screaming my head off, and no one heard me. Last one. This man was standing there, and he heard me speak, and something in him beckoned to him to talk to me. Well, that man took me to my first NA meeting. That man became my sponsor. Later on, down the road, that man went out over a split of him and his girlfriend. Well, it crushed me, because I used him as my power greater than myself. I caution you. I strongly advise you, as an experienced person in Narcotics Anonymous, rely on something greater than yourself. Find God. Find God. Okay? That person that is beyond all expectation. And it doesn't matter if my life is in the crapper, or my life is in the toilet, or my life is in the frying pan, or in the fire. I know that God is going to get me out of it. That's what we need to find. And if you don't, I'm sorry to say, but you're not going to last in this program. And you're going to have second guesses, and you're not going to trust. Okay? When I first came into this program, I had huge trust issues. Okay? Because the people that I trusted and loved and cared about, my own family, betrayed me. It hurt. And I had huge trust issues. I didn't want to trust. I couldn't trust. I didn't know how. I was never taught. I had to relearn in this program to realign myself with my spiritual self. And I became who I am today because of my journey. I can show you that journey. I can show you where to go and how to get where I am. Let me help you. Because it's all about one addict helping another. That's what it's all about. It's not about he said, she said, this thing, that thing. It's not about that. It's about one addict sharing their experience, strength, and hope with the other. Something I say, something somebody says is going to hit me one day. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. Let someone in. It's a we program. It's not an I program. Let me explain that. Selfishness is important in recovery. But you have to be selfish with yourself on what you need. Don't begrudge yourself what you need. Do not. Set yourself aside and allow yourself to be free. You can get freedom from active addiction through a God that loves you and cares about you and will pick you out of that muck, mire, and clay when it's rough and hard to handle. And He will lift you up. May God bless and keep you.